I'm not here in the studio.
Stand by, they're coming to you.
We're in the studio.
Well, there you have it. These are live feeds reaching us right in the studio from Kano, northern Nigeria's commercial hub, where you have the Armed Forces Remembrance Day taking place. There we have correspondents joining us from there, Idris Jibrin, who will be giving us updates and generally giving us a sense of what the mood is like over there. Hello, Idris, are you there?
Yeah, hello, Ayuba. I can hear you.
Oh, great. So let's have a sense of what the mood is over there in Kano today.
Well, so far, so good. The mood is fine. Like you can see, these are members of the Nigerian Armed Forces all lined off, and they are waiting for the arrival of other dignitaries, particularly the state governor, who will perform the wreath laying and then releasing of pigeons. And it is expected that any moment from now, the governor and his entourage will arrive to this place. But as I'm talking to you, even the members of the Nigerian legions, they are all here lined up, and one after the other, the commanders of the Nigerian Army, Air Force, and even the police commissioner, they are all here. They have already arrived here. So at any moment from now, the parade will begin in order to commence the commemoration of the armed forces, in order to mark the Armed Forces Remembrance Day here in Kano. So as I'm talking to you, everything is going on smoothly from the commercial city of Kano this morning. Any moment from now, as soon as the governor arrives, the parade will start and the pigeons will be released and the wreath laying will also be carried out. And it is also expected that the governor will speak on various issues, especially bordering the welfare of the armed forces, particularly the retired soldiers that we have here in Kano State and of course in many other parts of the country. We are expecting the governor to say something. If you did not forget, a few weeks ago, some retired soldiers did a protest here in Kano over what they call the non-payment of their arrears and pensions and what have you, many other things like that. So I am thinking today the governor will be able to address those issues. So there are so many issues that will be addressed, and at any moment from now we will try to get some of the legionnaires to speak to them, to know their concern and the problems they are facing.
Okay, so during those protests, were you able to speak to them and hear, some of the concerns that they have raised? What exactly, is the issue? We just had some of the officials here in the studio, but let's have a sense of what, people in Kano, the legionnaires there in Kano, have on their table as well.
Well, particularly during the protest, they raise issues of the medically boarded veterans and also the issue of their pensions and then the welfare for many of them. And then they also raised concern of those that died. Up to now, they have not received their benefit. I had someone in the studio this morning talking about the issue of medically boarded veterans, and these are some of the concerns during the protest that they raised. So I am believing that this time around, this is an opportunity for them to also voice out those concerns, and then this is also an avenue for the government to raise concerns, to address their concerns, to tell them what they're actually going to do. So during that protest, generally these are the issues. The problem of the armed forces is not more than this: the issue of their pension arrears, the issue of medically boarded veterans. So during that protest, they raised these concerns actually, and those were their concerns at that time.
All right, so how about movement, around the location where this event is taking place? Is there some kind of restriction, or just everyone is going about their normal business?
Well, as usual, actually, this is an outskirt of Kano, is along Zaria Road. So there is not so much movement like you can see behind me. And actually, there is no any restriction. People are moving freely, although there are presence of security operatives everywhere. The police, the soldiers, they are all around this vicinity. But I didn't notice any restriction to say that people were restricted from moving around because Armed Forces Remembrance Day is taking place. People are moving for their normal day-to-day activities, but there is presence of security operatives around the area, the square where this Armed Forces parade will take place this morning.
All right, well, we'll get back to you later to get more updates on the events coming out from Kano. For now, we trust that you continue to feed us with live feeds coming out from there.